Today we're in Malmö visiting Fredrik Carling, who's CEO of Hövding. Fredrik, could you tell us, what is a Hövding?
Hövding is a Swedish company that develop, market and sell also a product called Hövding, which is a cycle helmet based on airbag technology, which has the best protective capacity among helmets in the world.
And then I'm curious as to how does it work?
Hövding is an airbag that you wear around your neck. As you get on your bike, sensors start reading your movement as a cyclist. We've trained it to understand the difference between movements your body makes going into an accident versus everyday movements. So in the event of an accident, the airbag inflates in 80 milliseconds and actually cover your entire head and neck.
You mentioned that the product is leading, so how does it measure compared to a standard helmet?
Hövding is far superior in terms of protective capacity. In fact, independent tests, such done by leading insurance companies in Sweden, shows that if you're in an accident and your head is impacted at 25 kilometers an hour, with a traditional helmet, you run a 90% risk of severe brain injury. With Hövding, those 90% are reduced to 2.
So then what can you tell us about the trend for bike helmets in general?
Cycling is on the increase, as you know. And with that, the awareness of protecting yourself in traffic, being on a bike, is on the increase. In fact, in Sweden, over the last 10 years, twice the amount of adults today use helmets versus 10 years ago. What's also happening is that people are willing to invest in high-quality head protection.
Last quarter, you managed a sales growth of 175% year over year. So is this trend continuing?
Last quarter was a great quarter. I don't necessarily look at quarters though. Mine and also the team's ambition is 2020. By 2020, Hövding should have net sales of 250 million Swedish kronor.
You're currently making a rights offering for about 42 million Swedish. So what are you planning to use the money for?
Hövding has great momentum at the moment, and we want to continue building on that momentum. So the majority of funds will be used to fuel sales and marketing.
And what will you do if the offering isn't filled?
Well, actually, the new issue is already filled. Several of the current owners have recommitted already, and on top of that is guaranteed for the balance.
Your IPO was only a year ago, and you're now out for financing again. Will this be the last time?
Right now, we're focusing very much on this new issue. With regards to future financing in the future, I think actually the opportunities that might arise in the future will dictate or determine that.
Last but not least, why do you think that our viewers should invest in Hövding?
Hövding has the know-how, the technology. Hövding has global patents that protects people's head in a superior way through airbag technology. The market we're in today, cycling, is enormous, but the application can be used way beyond just cycling.